I've even been going for a month, so that feels like a real achievement. So I really appreciate any of you who subscribed, and if you haven't already, please do. I have lots of video ideas that I'm going to be filming over the next few days, actually, because I have a few things going on. So if you want anything added to the list of things that you'd like to see, please just pop them in the comments below. And yeah, let's get started. So I will start, I think, with skincare. So the first thing that I got, I'll show you this one first actually, because this is just a repurchase, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury, it's a bit reflective, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. So this is the day cream, and I love this cream. I really feel like it works with my skin really well. Sorry for any road noises. Yeah, I feel like this works with my skin really, really well. I struggle to find something that doesn't make my skin react. But this seems to work perfectly. I'll get it out. I have used this. I got it a little while ago, but I wanted to add it to the haul because technically I have bought it recently. But I like the sounds that the box makes, so I didn't want to throw that away just yet. So that is it in there. And at the bottom there's a mini tester. It says 93% grey skin looks younger. I always find those statistics funny because it's like 93% of how many. And this is the Charlotte's Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. I think you get it in every magic cream that you buy. Maybe it's only the 50ml. So that's that. But yes, this is the cream. And like I say, it is my tried and tested favourite. I used to use, well, I didn't have like a specific cream that I stuck to, which I think is half the battle actually. If you find something and you're able to stick to it because your skin likes it, then that's the key, or at least that's what I've found with this. But yeah, I love it. I think I've been using this for a good maybe 3 years now. And I did try the night cream, but I found it too thick. I found that I ended up breaking out. I'm really sensitive in my lower face zone, which is quite annoying, because I think it's typically hormonal, the breakouts that you get on your chin and jaw, but I am reactive to skincare down there as well. Anyway, so that is that. Love this. The next things I got, well, I'll stay on Charlotte Tilbury because you'll see later in the video that I bought some makeup bits, and because of the amount that I bought, which, I mean, it's not a lot of stuff. I think I got 3 things, but because it's not cheap, I ended up getting a free item. So, but the free item is actually quite impressive. It's a very, very large, don't want it to blind you. It is a multi-miracle glow cleanser, mask and balm for baby soft glowing skin. So I've never used this before. I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to keep the packaging nice for the video. But clearing stock. I needed to get rid of it, but I'm not complaining because I'm pretty sure this is worth a good amount of money. I think the cream is, I want to say £60. It might be less. Oh, but I think it is £60. So I imagine that this would be at least 50 maybe. But anyway, the first ingredient is glycerin, which I'm happy with. I don't like that it's got, I don't really like anything that's got fragrance in, or if it's heavily fragranced, but it's a wash off treatment, so, or at least the way that I would use it would be a wash off treatment because it's a cleanser and a balm. But I wouldn't leave it on my skin, I don't think, because I wouldn't want to react to it. So yes, when I try this, I will let you know. It might be in a favourites video in the future, if it's good. The Charlotte Tilbury cream would always be in a favourites video, so. The next thing I have is from a brand that I love. Actually, I'll show you a different thing first. So the thing I'll show you first from this brand is my niacinamide serum. I love The Ordinary. It seems to be a brand that just uses ingredients that it needs rather than adding any like fluffy ingredients, you know, like ingredients like fragrance, just bulking items. I don't want stuff that isn't necessary, but at the same time I do use some things that aren't, so you know, I try where I can to make sure that my skincare is good quality. But yes, anyway, this is it's the niacinamide 10% and zinc 1% eye strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. I used to, during lockdown, I got obsessed with watching, I can't remember the exact name of his channel, but I'm sure a lot of people will have heard of him, but it's Hiram. He made skincare recommendations all through lockdown, and I think he became like super famous during that time. But essentially, this is really good for sort of evening skin tone and stuff like that. I don't want to say too much because I'm not a professional, but I found it really good for my complexion. I have scarring on my chin from when I have had breakouts before and I've squeezed them. Do not recommend. If you're younger and you have bad skin, please just write it out and get a good skincare routine, because I squeezed so many spots and I regret it. So, but if you're already past that and you need something, I would recommend this. It's worked really well for my skin, so I think you are supposed to do a patch test to make sure that it doesn't create a reaction, but I would recommend it. So this is a repurchase. I've gone through bottles and bottles of this stuff. What I also really like is that their packaging is glass, and sometimes I like to reuse the bottles for essential oil blends and stuff like that. It just feels nicer than buying plastic stuff, I suppose. Now, because that worked so well, I have used other things from the brand, but again, because I have reactive skin, in some places, I've used things like the rosehip oil, but I found that not good for the whole of my face, so I don't buy that as often. I prefer to use that on my body. But another thing that I did buy was this glycolic acid 7% toning solution. Does it tell you what it does? a good diet, although my diet this week has been terrible because I mentioned our kitchen's been getting renovated. And yes, our cooker got removed, which I wasn't expecting. So, as you can imagine, when you don't have anything to cook on, you rely on less fresh ingredients, or at least we have because we've been busy. Excuses. The last thing I bought from the Ordinary was I don't know if you can read that, probably not, I don't think it's going to focus. It is the salicylic acid 2% solution formulated for blemish prone skin. This I bought specifically for blackheads. I find that, again, in this zone of my face, I must get oily skin down there. I think I'm dry in some places and then oily in others, so in combination. And I find that what they never tell you is that you can use skincare just on certain places. I used to think when I was younger that if I had a donut, I used it everywhere. If I had a serum, I used it everywhere. But obviously, if you have combination skin, there's no point in using something for oily skin in your dry zones. Yeah, because then it'll just dry those areas out even more. So I use this sort of from here. I create almost like a beard in this area. More specifically, like this bit, to try and minimise blemishes. I have a couple at the moment. Something's not happy here, and here it's there that generally gets it, and then occasionally like one pops up here. Love that for me. What next? I will throw in. I'll just do the makeup. Yeah, I'll do the makeup. So, back at Charlotte Tilbury, the other two items that I bought were I think it's called the Light Wonder. Yes, the Light Dream Skin Foundation. Light Wonder. So, I never wear foundations or anything like that. I, day to day, don't wear anything on my skin. At most, maybe a little bit of a powder bronzer. But I am a bridesmaid a couple of times this year for two of my childhood friends, and a lot of the girls are getting their makeup done professionally, but I don't really like, historically I've not liked the outcome of having my makeup done by somebody else. So I've bought a few things that will make me feel sort of more done up, but without having to get somebody to do it for me. We're getting all our hair done and everything so that we look similar, but the brides are pretty relaxed about how our makeup looks, so I just thought I'd invest in a few things that will sort of elevate my makeup for days when I am either at an event or being a bridesmaid or something like that. It looks so dark in the packaging, but you're just gonna have to trust me that it does look okay when I put it on, because you're gonna think I'm crazy when you see the colour of this. So that's the case. I mean, you've got to hand it to Charlotte Tilbury. She knows what she's doing when it comes to packaging. So that is the colour. Doesn't look as dark as I thought it was going to on camera, so that's fine. But yeah, when I dip in my foundation brush, I guess, and I pop it on, it's like the colour of my roots, and then you have to blend it out. I did well there not to flash the background. But yeah, I really like that, so I bought that for the same reason as I bought the foundation, just to give me a bit of a shush. So yeah, I really like playing with makeup, and I love when we go out, having like an excuse to dress up. I think day to day we're so casual, and we go to the beach a lot, and we go on walks a lot, and we like doing like crafts. My partner's really good at making furniture, you know, like upcycling and stuff, and I love different types. I love baking and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna get told up for that. I mean, I could, but I don't. So when we do go out, I love to be able to put some highlight on, put some, you know, I make a bit of an effort for filming. But yes, it's nice to just go for it. So it was nice to buy a few things. So the next thing I got was online at Sephora. I ordered this down because I ran out and basically went without for a couple of weeks, and I never feel the same without some mascara on. Even when I don't wear makeup on my face, I typically put mascara on, because otherwise I feel like my eyes are like I've just woken up. So I use the NARS Climax mascara. Didn't know that it was called that. But yeah, I went online to buy myself one of them, but the duo was the same price as buying one, so I love that for a bargain. So this is just the box. the Clinique Black Honey Almost Lipstick. So apparently this is a TikTok thing. I can't remember where I saw it. But I went in and asked the lady at the counter, and she instantly knew what I was after. So people over here must be obsessed with it as well. And I didn't know if I was going to be that impressed, but I wanted like a lip stain that wasn't dry and wasn't glossy, more like a balm. And I've used is it Clinique Chubby Sticks before, which I like, but I'd heard that this was a good colour. So it looks really dark there, but actually the colour is really nice on. I have a bit of dry lip going on, so that's the colour that it comes out on me, which I think is quite nice, quite natural. So that was the last makeup thing that I bought, and then the next thing I bought is still body related, but it is just my Wild deodorant top up. So I think I showed you before, it was in my what's in my bag video. I have the Wild case, the lavender, I think it's called lavender, colour case, and this, they stock this deodorant in a supermarket where I live, which is really handy, so I don't have to go online all the time and wait for it to come down, because sometimes you don't realise that you're near the end until it's run out on you. And they just so happen to stock my favourite scent, which is fresh cotton and sea salt. Fresh cotton and sea salt. It comes in this lovely blue packaging. It is a natural deodorant. Refill, which is aluminium free, or aluminum if you're American, and 100% vegan. I mentioned before that I wouldn't say that it's an antiperspirant, but it is a deodorant. You don't, once you sort of detox chemical deodorants, you don't smell. But I'll show you what the capsules look like. Everything about it is plastic free, which is lovely. So you can take it out the little box, and I can smell it already. You have the little capsule, and it has a sleeve on. I do a refill, so I will open it with you. Sorry, it's not loud. So you remove the sleeve, and then you have the capsule, so that's the deodorant in there. And on the back it prints the scent, and the bottom has the little ridge that slots into your deodorant case. So cute, it has the gold trim on the pages, a little bookmark, and inside there's an index first, but there are pages. It might focus, but I'll read out what it says. It says a little bit about us, where we met, what we love about each other, what we want to achieve by having this book. And then the next page is what inspires us, what our dreams are, and what our favourite things are. So it's quite a hard book to balance. But essentially, when you get to the main part of the book, you have a double page spread that has a title, the date we decided to do it. So these are the bucket list items. Why we want to do it. Do we want to go alone? We think it will be. We need to plan. Excited or nervous. The date we did it. How it went. The best bit was, and then there's a spot for a photo. I love this idea. I'm always going on about how we need to do more fun things, and don't get me wrong, we are always up for something new, but I feel like this is a really lovely way of sort of keeping yourself accountable and making sure that you follow through with things, because we're always sat there going, oh, it would be really fun to do this, and oh, we should go there, or you know, things like that. And I think that this is a really lovely way of sitting together and deciding fun things to do, and then, you know, when you're bored, going, let's look at the book, what have we decided we want to do, and let's do it. We recently went axe throwing, and it's called axe throwing and archery, like the activity. So that would have been a good one to add, but we've done it now, so we'll just start fresh. But things like that, I mean, it can be basic things like a beach picnic, or I don't know, going on a hike in a specific area that you've never been before. We did a road trip last year in our van, and we climbed Mount Snowdon, Penny Kent, Cat Bells. These are all places in the UK, so they would have been cool to add to this, but we will maybe just do other things in other countries or at home. But yes, it was from Paper Chase. I think you can only get them in the UK, but I'm sure there's like Amazon equivalents of this type of thing. But that's where we got this one, was from Paper Chase. And I think it was only £8 in the sale, which I don't think is that bad for all the fun it's gonna bring. That is everything today though, as part of this haul. So I hope you enjoyed that. There are a few different triggers in there, so hopefully they sounded good, and hopefully this was interesting. I think the next few videos are going to be not all based, and I'm going to be in a different environment again for one of them. We are having a little weekend away, so I'm going to probably do a room tour or something like that. Yes, so watch this space. Again, thank you so much for watching. Totally up for suggestions. I have had a few suggestions that somebody wanted a shoe collection. I don't actually own that many shoes. I mean, I probably do own a few pairs that would make enough for a video, but my collection is not extensive. So I can